Hi everyone, welcome to the show It's Lit, where we'll be discussing all things literature, and I'm your host Maha Khan.
Today we are going to change the format. Today I'm going to मैंने अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस ही नहीं किया. I'm Hussain Ali. I'm the media coordinator at Institute of Business Management. I've done my bachelor's in film and TV. I don't really love literature.
You do? You read a lot.
I do.
Of course you love literature.
So today we are going to interview our host. I think that's the only way we can go about it because I like to be in control.
No, you don't. No, we're changing the format a bit. Like, you guys should know about me as well.
Yeah.
About my likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
It's
Nobody
only fair.
Knew the host.
Yeah, it's only fair that you guys know
Okay.
something about me.
So, how are you feeling today?
It's good. It's a bit of a change.
Is it refreshing?
Kind of, yeah.
You'll get to know about this. Acha. So, today I'm going to ask you a few personal questions. I know everything about literature,
Yeah.
the books you read and everything.
Do
But-
you?
Kind of, yeah.
But you don't really know the names in particular.
I know some of them, the most important ones.
What? Which ones are those?
The one you told me about, this particular instance where you found a friend over the book.
Yeah, we connected over a book.
क्या थी वो कौन सी किताब थी कौन है वो दोस्त वो क्या बातें हैं वो शेयर करें आप हमारे साथ.
The book is called 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, I'm not proud about that.
Why aren't you proud?
I mean, it's not really something that I'd consider like a complete piece of literature, but like I read it because that is what you do when people tell you to read some
Trash literature is
basically.
literature. Yeah.
I mean, it's still trash. Like, there's trash attached to it.
Uh-huh.
That's a prefix of it.
Of course.
Yeah. So I read that book, and then my friend in college, she had read that as well, and I talked to her, and then we found out that we both read this book, and then that is how our talking, we started talking, and that turned into gossip session.
How many years it has been to that incident?
I started my college in 2016.
Okay.
It's about to be 2020. People can do the math.
That's great, actually. Making
Yeah.
friends over a book, that's so trashy. But I think
It's not trashy. The book was trashy, but like making friends over a book is not trashy.
It's not, but you make friends over trash books. Like, you remember there were these Sidney Sheldon ki books.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, to the guys in my college, in my school, were all about कि यार वो किताब पढ़ना वो किताब यार.
I actually
all
have
that.
still not to this day. I've not read a Sidney Sheldon book.
But did you know he is a guy?
No, I didn't, because see the
You didn't know that Sidney Sheldon
No.
is a guy? How
No.
can you not?
because I actually
Well, I didn't know that as well.
like, but you found out. I just found out like about 5 seconds ago. No, but the thing is that for me, Sidney Sheldon books were always associated with my sister. She used to have them. She used to read them when she was in uni. And
Did she tell you कि ये नहीं पढ़ना?
Yeah,
बहुत
and-
बुरी होती हैं.
no, she told me like
इससे
it's not.
गंदे बच्चे बन जाते हैं आप.
She didn't say that. She was like, no, they're just not for you. Like, you're too young for that. And I used to be like, okay. I was a very obedient and like a very mild child.
I can see that.
So I didn't read them. And now, like, when I'm 21 now, so recently I just picked up a book of hers,
Which one?
is Sidney Sheldon. I don't remember the name. Like, I'm going to start reading it soon enough.
Which one are you reading right now?
Actually, currently I'm not reading a book, but I just finished Confess by Colleen Hoover.
But you were telling me you have bought a few.
Yeah, I've bought a few books,
कौन सी?
but I bought Noam Chomsky wali Oppression over Depressions, something along those lines. It's about economics and politics and everything.
Are you into politics and economics?
I'm trying to be because that is one of my majors. I mean,
Oh.
both of my majors are like
That's
IR.
so
and
boring.
it's not though. I
It
like
is.
IR.
Really?
Yeah. IR for me is very interesting.
Then you should read The Prince by Machiavelli.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's someone told me that it's the devil's Bible because it teaches you art of manipulation. Hitler, Obama, George Bush, they have read it. It's like a manual for manipulation.
I also want to read this book that in our last episode, like one of the episodes that we recorded, it was with Miss Talat. She's an IR teacher. She told me about this book like that was written by an ex-CIA agent.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
I don't remember the name. I'm going to have to listen to that episode.
Well, please send it to me as well.
And then...
But do you really buy hard print, hardcover books, or you just go for the ebook?
I try and find the ebook first.
Why?
Because for me, like once I started, like I actually discovered ebooks, I was like, this is it, I'm not going back. And because it's so convenient, like it's on your phone.
No, but you're looking at your screen all the fucking time.
Yeah, my screen time is really high. It's like 10 hours.
Did I just swear? Oh my god. I hope I am not fired from the institute for swearing over the official podcast.
I hope not.
Okay. How did you get into reading? I mean, I remember that I was in school and they made us read Oxford Publishing ki Oliver Twist and Charles Dickens की जो थी, I think Charles Dickens
Great Expectations?
नहीं, वो किसकी थी? Oliver Twist?
I don't know. I haven't read those books.
खैर, तो they used to make us read those fiction.
I remember reading The Secret Garden when I was in
I
5th grade. It was so good.
Really?
And I apparently found out that a movie has been made on that book. And I still to this day haven't seen it, but I like visualized it all when I was reading that book.
So I read Harry Potter के सारे parts.
I haven't read Harry Potter books.
Really?
Not one. I haven't seen the movies. I haven't read the books.
You don't belong to that generation as well. I am 5 years older than you.
Doesn't matter. Harry Potter is like...
But
it's a cult classic.
We grew up with those books. Like they released when we were in that reading wala stage.
Dude, you're 5 years older than me.
Yeah,
that's it.
5 सालों में बहुत कुछ हुआ.
5 or 4?
4 years.
4 years, yeah. It's not that big of a difference, okay?
It is. I mean, you are from the Z generation. Y generation?
Generation Z.
Generation Z.
Yeah.
I'm from the Y generation.
Yeah. When were you born?
That's in 94.
Yeah, Generation Z starts from 1995.
Ha ha ha.
1 year.
I'm a millennial. Like,
dude, a lot of people are millennials. My sister is a millennial and she's 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
But I'm a Generation Z millennial. I'm cooler.
Yeah, you were born with that technology, right?
I'm cooler.
I have seen the transition from manual to digital.
So have I.
Really? Have you used a Walkman?
No. I mean, as a toy.
No, like an actual Walkman that you carry in your pocket and take it to school and show off that, yeah, मेरे पास Walkman है, मैं इस पे गाने सुनता हूँ. No.
No. Balki, yes. Yeah, I have. I had this like tiny one.
No,
like
that's an iPod, no?
No,
Chota.
not the iPod. No, it wasn't the Apple iPod. It was the Walkman thing. Yeah, I remember now. Yep.
अच्छा, ये बताओ मुझे कि what is your favorite book? I mean, that's a very difficult question for anyone who loves literature. I
think one of the most amazing books that I've ever read till this date is, it's a Wattpad book, funnily enough, but it is so well written, and the story, like the character progression and everything, the way that character changes, the way story progresses and everything that comes like together. It's called Arabian Nights.
Mm-hmm.
It's by this author called Simone Shirazi.
Okay.
She writes on Wattpad and she writes on Radish as well. And this book, like, it's part of her fairy tale series book. Like, so the title of the book is based on the 1001 Night, the Arabian Nights Wali book. So it's based on that. Like, the story somehow is kind of like an evaluation of Jasmine's story and like Aladdin's story.
Okay.
In some way.
Okay.
And like this, and she kind of twists like a lot of social norms as well that go along with the books. Jaise the female main character, she's and also there are a lot of people of color in her book, which I really like. Like the guy is a Middle Eastern crown prince.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, his name is Zainal Heather. And
I am waiting for that one. I'm waiting for that one book जिसमें there are brown people as heroes and stuff.
yeah, there are like
Really?
he's a Middle Eastern guy.
That reluctant fundamentalist was. He was not a hero.
I haven't read that book.
I think we need to cut this part. It might not be factual entirely.
You can cut it.
Yeah.
So like the male character, the main male character is Middle Eastern. He's a crown prince, and he's shown to be like a very devout Muslim.
Okay.
Like he follows a lot of norms. He's changed into it. Like he's gradually accepted it.
Hmm.
And the female character, on the other hand, she's Persian, and she's she's a Muslim, but like she's shown to be not that much of a devout Muslim, which is what happens in today's world. Like some people follow religion very like to the point, some don't. Like some are just religious people. Like it depends from person to person, and it's a personal preference. So that all is depicted into that, and then plus their whole story and how her like father treats her, like the whole background of it. It's a must read. I really liked it.
Acha, I would like to know what kind of books do you like to read? What genre? What kind of books can you relate to? What kind of stories can you relate to?
It's not really about relating with me. Like I
Okay.
don't really care whether I can relate to a
No,
book
but-
or not. But like for me, it's about finding an escape. Like being able to fantasize. When I read a book, like I want to be transported into that world.
Okay.
And so for me, that fiction only does that. Like
Are you an escapist?
I think I am.
Why?
I mean, who doesn't want to be in another world? Like want to leave your own world for
Happy
your own
people?
reality.
Happy people?
Is someone really truly happy these days?
Are we into a philosophical discussion here?
I think this just turned into one.
Last book you've read.
Confess by Colleen Hoover.
What was about? What is it about?
It's about this girl and how she loses her apparent one true love at the age of 14 or 15.
Mm-hmm.
And then the story, that is, I think, the prologue of it. And then the chapter 1 takes you like 5 years after that whole incident happened, and how she like left her dying boyfriend at the time. Like he was diagnosed with cancer, and then it's shown that how she's
Is it
coping
like
up.
okay?
The book?
Yeah.
No, I
Fault in Our
actually...
Stars.
No, not at all like that.
Acha.
Not at all. And then it's shown like how after 5 years she's moving on with her life, and how she's finding it difficult to do a lot of things. And then there's this part that is still connecting her with that past of hers. And then this another guy that she meets, and how like that story turns out to be. It's actually pretty good. I was told about this Confess book by one of our guests, Sarah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Coming back to ebook or printed version, why do you think ebook is a more practical solution? I mean, I love the feel of a hard book. Like I love the smell. It ages. The book ages. You get to smell it in a different way after years. So it's like a connection you build with that particular book. How does that work with ebook?
It doesn't. Of course, there's no comparison with that. There's no equal to that. But the practicality part, like the feasibility of it all, it's so convenient to read. Like it's on your phone. We are constantly, Generation Z, back to that again. Like we're constantly on our phones. We carry them with us, like sometimes even in the washroom. Like we take it everywhere. We can't be without it. And so like it's on there. It's free most of the time. And it's like everything is available. Sometimes in Pakistan, there's this certain book that you can't find it anywhere in bookstores or whatever. And even if you can, like if you can find it in Liberty, chances are that it's going to cost you at least 1 to 1500 K. So, I mean, I'm not 1500 rupees. I said 1500 K. No, 1500
Posh.
rupees.
That's
What is posh in that?
Okay. Yeah, I agree with how books are really expensive and you have to go and buy them and they're not really convenient. But the connection with that book, ebook cannot match that. I mean,
It can't, yeah.
If I really want to read something, I'll sit, go on my desk, turn on the lamp, and then read it on a paperback.
Yeah.
But with ebook is casual reading. Like I go to
You
a
can read it
class and
anywhere.
But I don't like casual reading as such. Like I am that one person who likes intimacy with the literature.
Honestly, with me, like once I immerse myself in a book, I can forget everything around me. I don't think so. This is a right thing to confess on a podcast. But during my internship, like they didn't really give me much work because I was in the legal department. So of course, for legal reasons, they couldn't. Like I couldn't really work on a lot of
So you
things.
were doing photocopies only.
No, actually, I wasn't. They gave me a lot of contracts to read. They took me to the court and everything. So it was fun, but like there wasn't really a lot of work.
Yeah.
Work. Because of course you have to be
Yeah.
drafting contracts. Like I don't know anything about that. They can't just hand me those responsibilities. So I had a lot of free time and I used to be on my phone reading a book. And then I used to feel bad, but then I told my boss about it. My boss was really nice. So he was like, it's okay. Of course you can read. I don't mind. Like, I'm not giving you work. I can see you're free. So, like, I can immerse myself anywhere and everywhere. And once I'm in that mode.
That's great because
Yeah.
I have to take out time to, concentrate on something. I mean, I was reading this one thing कि goldfish का जो एक concentration span होता है, it's of 5 seconds and humans have 3 seconds.
Really?
And that's weird. Like we don't have concentration span of like the worst
You living being.
it's not the worst living being.
Yeah.
The living being with the worst memory.
Wow.
So we can't concentrate on one thing.
And do you also know that guys can zone out a lot compared to girls? Like,
yeah, I was reading about that.
yeah, I did my
Yeah.
speech on that in my speech class.
So guys can not only zone out really
They
fast.
don't pay attention to certain
They
topics.
Yes, they don't pay attention and they can have a blank mind.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
they won't be thinking anything at all.
Yeah.
And girls have like it's all scrambled.
Excuse you, it's not like that, okay?
It's a joke.
A very stupid one.
No.
Yes.
It's a study. Like
It's a study, but we
women-
don't go like blah, 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 blah.
I
blah.
know that. It's like your brain works so fast that all your thoughts are going here and there, here and there, here and there.
You're more intelligent than you guys.
Okay. You might be. Some of you might be.
Not some, all.
I don't mind that.
We all
either.
are. Legit, I was doing this speech in my speech class, and one of the guys, he was blanked out during that particular speech.
Dude,
And I was like,
You
you
have
have
no
the perfect
idea.
example right
Yeah.
there and there.
like I'm talking to someone, I'm sitting there and I'm like, यार मैंने कल बिरयानी में ये खाया था, ये अच्छा
बिरयानी
नहीं था.
में ये खाया था?
मतलब just a random thought about me having biryani while he's talking to me. And then he's like, हाँ मैं क्या कह रहा था? Biryani.
Wow, food.
That's how I am. Like
You were thinking
when
about
I
food.
yeah, I am always either thinking about food or sleeping. When will I get to sleep? When will I get to sleep? मुझे सोना है.
That's me. That is so me.
Yeah. Okay. You need to ask me what kind of books do I read.
I need to.
Do you want to? Do you want to know?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Tell me.
Apart from course books, which I am obliged to read.
What course books are you reading? You have graduated in 2016.
Dude, I am an MBA student. I have
on
taken
semester freeze for the last year.
Okay, but still.
No, you don't have any course books. Please
So, I
don't try and be relatable to us right now.
that's least of my concerns right now.
Yeah, like I just finished with the Arlies. I know what coursework feels like. You don't.
खैर सुनो तो. Like I kind of like to read books with certain ideas, you know, the ideas that I cannot get from anywhere else. Like there is this idea that humans don't have free will. It's it's just freedom of choice.
Oh, that's what me and Pia talked about as well.
Really?
Yeah.
So humans, even if they want to, they don't really have that free will to do anything. Everything that they do is because of the circumstances they have faced in their lives.
Or
Like-
because of some example that's been already set.
Exactly. The
Before
circumstances can be related to them or external, which have certainly have no direct impact on them. Like something is happening somewhere and he sees that, then it's
it's absorbed into their
it's
mind.
absorbed in their subconscious.
Yeah.
So a kid is not born; it's inside his mother's womb. The circumstances start building from there only. The
Oh,
woman
oh.
is the woman is abused or anything. There is a great chance that the kid will choose the darker path.
I mean, we have this perfect example of the new movie that just came out,
Which one?
Joker.
Yeah.
It shows, it
Yeah,
depicts that whole
exactly.
entire
Exactly.
thing, like
So
the
he
background
had
of
that
it.
freedom of choice, that whether I want to be a bad guy or a good guy. The conscience itself
But
is
his circumstances defined
yes, exactly.
his path.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of literature that I like to read. The Prince by Machiavelli. It's
Yeah.
one of my favorite books. It's amoral. It doesn't talk about morality, and it teaches. It basically gives an idea about how to be manipulative for your own good,
Yeah.
and that's not because I want to be that
No,
person, but
no, of course not.
but to know what
Hmm.
kind of people are.
Yeah, to
You
get an
know,
idea of how people think,
Yes, exactly.
of how people can have possess certain powers of manipulation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it really fascinates me.
Mm. Yeah, the
up-
human mind is fascinating. A lot.
Yeah. And other than that, I loved all the parts of Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings.
I am
Like
not
all
a
the-
fantastical genre person.
I am.
I am not
Dude,
at all.
Like my imagination works in a very vivid manner.
So does mine, but
no, but
still,
yours is attached to reality somehow, na?
yeah, kind of. Yes. you can say
Mine
that.
isn't. Mine is like I want to be out of this world entirely. Like Lord of the Rings was out of this world.
Yeah.
So ye hai mera. And apart from this, I think I have read a couple of books by Paulo
Paulo Coelho.
Coelho?
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
And it doesn't matter. It's
Yeah,
not our
of
first
course.
language.
Exactly.
So yeah, Paulo Coelho,
The Alchemist.
Alchemist,
Yeah.
Kite Runner.
Kite Runner
Kite
is
Runner
by
is Khalid Hosseini. Yeah, and The Pilgrimage.
I don't know who that by.
It's by
book is
Paulo
by.
Coelho. I think so.
Yeah.
When Veronica Decides to Die is by Paulo Coelho as well, and Alif Shafak ki kuch kitabein.
Oh yeah, you told me
Yeah.
about one of them.
Yeah. Someone just dropped it at my office the other day.
That's mysterious.
Yeah, I have no idea who did that.
I want to find out.
So do I. I mean,
I'm curious.
who is that person who left a book, a blank?
I would be forever grateful to
Yeah,
someone if
I
they
am.
left me a book.
If you guys know who dropped
Or
that
if you
Alif
are that
Shafak,
person.
if you are that person, please contact me. I'll
And-
pay you.
And also, please give me a book as well.
Yeah, you can take it.
Yeah, I'm going to borrow some of
Yeah,
your
yeah.
books. In fact, I'm
do
going
I
to...
have good books?
I need to borrow the Prince Wali.
Yeah, I have. So I don't know if I should say it on the podcast, but I ragged someone and stole his Machiavelli excerpts
What? Why?
yeah.
When did you do that?
2 years back. I still have that.
Why would you drag them?
Dude, I love that book.
You ragged them just because of a book?
Yes. I didn't know who that guy was. I didn't know anything. I just went to him. I want this book. That's it.
And what did you even do? How did he even give it to you?
I'm a senior. I was a senior.
Still.
Yeah. And people know me.
So?
And I am with a lot of guys. So I can intimidate anyone.
Doesn't matter.
I know. I'm joking, of course. Why do you have to be serious?
Because it's not fair.
It is not. But I told him to come to my office. He met me some time back. I told him to come to my office and take the book.
You could have just maybe asked him nicely, okay, excuse you, can I please borrow this
What
book?
do you think? I grabbed his griban? No, I didn't do anything. I just asked him ke
You
I want
said
this
you
book.
ragged him. That holds a negative connotation to it, okay?
No, I'm
Dude,
strictly
semantics
against.
matter.
Yeah, they do. I'm strictly against bullying.
Yeah.
I'm the least violent person in this room right now.
Excuse me. I am not a violent person at all.
I hope you're not.
I am not.
Okay. Dude, only 24 minutes.
26.
Can we cut it to 20?
No, but बीच में से part, let's just take it up till 30. 4 minutes are left.
हाँ, क्या बात करनी है अब?
You can ask me like बचपन की books and everything.
Oh. Have you ever read Famous Five?
Yes.
Really?
They were
Emmett
my
Brighton.
they were my go-to books when
Did
I was
you know
in 5th
he
grade.
is a...
It's a girl. I know that.
You knew it?
Yes.
शुरू से? You didn't
Yeah.
know anything about Sydney Sheldon.
Because
He's
I
an
hadn't
old
read them. Like
guy.
I just heard of that author and those books like through my sister. And I wasn't allowed to read them. And since I'm such an obedient child, I didn't
You
even...
still are.
I'm not actually.
Did you really like those books?
I for me, romance, comedy, and mystery and thriller, like those are my favorite genres.
Generic.
Love them.
Yeah.
Like even in TV shows, like mystery and thriller, those things.
What about
I-
Sherlock Holmes?
I haven't watched that, and you need to stop like pointing that out to me. I will.
Sherlock Holmes.
Are you done?
Sherlock Holmes.
Are you done?
You need to read that.
Read that or watch it.
Both.
I'll rather watch.
There are so many books that you need to read.
I do.
Suspense ki.
Of course I do. Like there are so many books out in the world. Like it's not even possible for a
Have you read
single human
The
being to read.
Reluctant Fundamentalist?
Mm-mm.
It's also
No.
by Khalid Hussaini, I guess.
No, I haven't.
You need to read that book. It's a great book in terms if you want to know about militancy and fundamentalism.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's fiction. So
Yeah.
what about A Case of Exploding Mangoes?
I have it on my phone.
You need to read that.
I have it on my
I mean,
phone.
if you're interested in Aya, you
Mhm.
must read that. It's also
what do you
fiction.
mean interested? It's my major. Of course I'm interested.
And
I have to be.
इसके अलावा कौन सी बोलूं?
Any other बचपन की किताबें that you remember reading? What am I, your interviewer? मैं सारी मदद कर रही हूँ. Do some work.
मुझे सोच के आना चाहिए था.
So bad. This is the media coordinator, guys. Hussain Ali.
Dude, I'm going to cut this. You know that, right?
I'm gonna ask Fazila to do that. She can read she can hear all about it. About how competent her, mentor is. Whatever you are. Mentor. Don't say stuff like that, Hussain. You're miming something to me. Don't do it. Don't say bad words. बचपन में
Can
नहीं
you
सिखाया था.
Can you recommend me some books? Like I've recommended you some pretty
Mhm.
basic ones.
No, they're not basic. Like
I
I don't
a
feel
lot of
like any
people-
book is basic.
A lot of people have read them. It's very, mainstream. So,
No,
yeah.
it doesn't matter. Like it's all
Fine,
about
can
preference.
you please recommend me some books that I can read?
Honestly, I'm gonna copy Pia over here and be like, all books. Read. Like just read.
Really?
Anything and
I don't have much
everything you
time
can.
to, you know.
Neither do I. Honestly, you
I
know
mean,
I don't.
I have to really sit and decide कि मैंने क्या पढ़ना है.
Like the last book, the Confess book that I read was I
Hmm.
think 2 weeks back that I completed it.
On
And
your phone.
it's still a book. It
Yeah,
still
yeah, I'm just-
counts.
Okay.
So I read that now, and beach mein like I had been really busy, and then last week were exams. So like now there are like I need to watch a lot of TV shows and I need to read a lot of books as well. It's like where do I get the time? Like there are only 24 hours in a day, and for 8 of them I'm sleeping.
Yeah. It's so true because I remember that I used to read so much when I was in, you know, bachelor's.
Same
I used
in
to
college.
in college. It's exactly in college.
Not even in bachelor's.
I started
in college.
Yeah, I started properly reading novels and everything in
Yeah.
college.
Same.
So it was like
That like
it
school
became like a
time and
proper
coll-
hobby
Yeah.
that I used to do, and I used to tell other people that I read books and
I
everything.
miss that free time that
Yeah.
I had. Like after school, you were farigh basically.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, I didn't ever do my homework.
I
So I was all free.
I was literally there was this society called Pinnacle. It used to create student magazine for my college, Maha Khan College.
Yeah.
And we made an entire magazine in about maybe a month.
Wow.
And it was so good. I designed the entire thing myself, and that makes you very proud that you spent some really quality time on yourself,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
developing yourself, reading stuff, writing.
Learning a
I
hobby.
I need to ask you, do you see any future in literature? Like, do you ever consider writing or reviewing or anything like that in particular as a career option?
Not as an author. I
Okay.
don't think so.
Why not?
I mean, never. You never say never.
Okay.
But I just don't see myself
Mhm.
doing that. Maybe. Like, of course, I am not 100% sure about what my future entails. But, I mean, anything can happen. I might write a book. I might become an author. But for now, at least at this point in my life, I don't see that happening. But a future in publications and in publishing, that is what I'm working towards, actually. Like to become maybe an editor or something, like a publishing firm, maybe like a magazine or a book publishing firm, whatever it is, something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah. Have you ever wrote any stories, anything original of yourself?
I mean, in
Do you
school,
like-
for like
Not in school.
projects.
No.
For like-
just for leisure.
No.
Have you
no.
ever thought about some stories? Anything?
Yeah, I have.
Why don't you put them on a paper?
Because I'm very lazy. I am perpetually lazy.
Yeah. So it's not going to work like that. So
Yeah.
I used to have
Dude,
this.
you are lazy as well.
I'm
Let's
very-
not go there.
I'm really, really lazy.
Let's not go there, okay? We're both perpetually
Yeah,
lazy.
but I was in college and I used to have this notebook. Like it was a notebook for botany, and I used to write stories in that. And
Wow.
all of my friends knew that इसकी botany की book में weird किस्म की stories होती हैं.
Weird.
No, not like that, of course, but not like that.
You stopped yourself. You realized what you just said.
No, I used to write really, psychopathic stuff. I don't know what do you call that. Like, I used to
Thriller
have
kind, no?
Yeah. Like we were these 4 kids, and we went to school and burned the whole shit down and all kinds of that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, and so that used to be really weird, but now when
Not
I
like,
look back
I thought
to
you
it,
were about to say something like you wrote like macabre or something, but like this is gruesome stuff.
no, but
Or are those your fantasies that are coming out on a page?
I would burn my school anytime. I would do that. I would totally do that. But I loved it so much. Like it's it's a dilemma. Like you hate your school and love it as well.
You hate the study part of it.
Yeah,
you hate the
I think
teachers,
so. I think so.
but you like the friends and that whole chill
Yeah.
scene. That is what you. That is I think
the experience of it.
That is the case with every single student. I'm just saying that. Of course, nobody enjoys studying. Who does? I mean, sometimes I do.
You are a nerd. Like you have 3.6 GPA. Who has that in CBM?
People who are gold medalists.
Are you going to be? Yeah, you are going to be a
I
gold
can't,
medalist.
dude. That is that happens when you have like a 3.8 or 3.9.
No, it's not true.
That is true.
My batchmate Mariam
Yeah.
had a gold medal at 3.5.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Huh.
I
You
can be a
really
gold
have-
medalist?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I never realized that. I am so happy right now.
Okay. On a good note, we
That
need
depends
to,
upon like me maintaining this. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will.
We have a 1.5 year to go. Like,
You will. You study so much. You are like
depends on the course.
so anxious when
I am.
your exams are approaching.
I'm an anxious ball.
चलो बस इसको बंद करो.
Why?
You need to end the show. I mean, we have talked about how you are and what kind of literature do you write.
Yeah,
your
I
experience
think
with literature.
we
think that sums up.
we delve deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, that was it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to it, and I will see you next time. Bye.